agility, quality, sustainability. Leading brands partner with advanced manufacturers to make the good great and the best extraordinary, all in a way that adds value and helps them win in competitive markets. But not just any manufacturer. Leaders need a partner who actively invests in a focused portfolio of advanced capabilities and technologies. A connected portfolio that includes simulation, robotics, automation, digitization, and additive manufacturing, applied in a way that provides greater agility, quality, and sustainability to meet the evolving needs of their customers. Meeting these evolving and diverse needs requires a responsive, flexible manufacturing approach, a trusted, resilient supply chain with real-time insights, design and innovation services, plus the option to manufacture in the location closest to their customers. Flex delivers what leading brands need and more. Our customers have access to over 20 design and innovation centers and full-time service manufacturing sites in over 30 countries. Together, this is how fast and adaptive brands stay ahead, how they make their best extraordinary, no matter the region, no matter the market. And above all else, we do it with a commitment to responsible operations. We bring products to life through deep expertise, lean principles, agile operations, and disciplined execution. We invite opportunities to build a healthier, cleaner, and more resource-efficient world, while promoting safe working conditions and fair labor practices, because we're passionate about our customers' products, but also the people they serve, and the planet that serves us all. Meet your advanced manufacturing partner. Meet Flex. Designing, building, and delivering innovative products that improve the world.
The fourth industrial revolution is changing our world faster than at any time in history. As we digitize, connect and automate, we are transforming manufacturing. In September 2021, the World Economic Forum welcomed our site to its global lighthouse network of advanced manufacturers. This distinction recognizes our use of Industry 4.0 technologies to make our factories smarter, safer, and more sustainable.
We use advanced technologies to help us make more than 500 different products for our medical, automotive, and industrial customers. FlexPulse helps us to keep on top of supply chain complexity and to keep on track of materials before they reach us. Real-time and end-to-end visibility shared with our customers and our suppliers strengthens our supply chain resilience. It allows us to anticipate problems before they occur and take actions quickly. Better inventory management helps us to stay competitive.
When the materials arrive, they are scanned, and an automated guided vehicle transports them to our warehouse. This process has cut our receiving time by 30%. At the printed circuit board assembly area, an avatar-based assistant called Lisa supports our operators around the clock.
If something seems off, Lisa alerts the operator and stops the line. So far, Lisa has helped to reduce quality-related downtimes by almost 60%. And with more than 20 changeovers a day, Lisa has made changeover times 10% quicker.
When components run low on the factory floor, the operator is alerted and sends an order through a robotics-driven materials tower. The materials tower itself is replenished via an auto-order algorithm that uses real-time consumption data. That means we never stop a line because we run out of material. While production is humming along, massive amounts of data is being collected and exchanged so everyone can make use of it. Our data science team, for example, uses it to train machine learning models to continuously optimize operations.
Industry 4.0 is not only about advancing technology, it is also about advancing people. Our production team has learned valuable new skills, equipping them to enjoy more fulfilling work in a data-rich environment. Our workplace is also safer, with the total case incident rate falling by 60% in just 4 years. Real-time monitoring of energy and water usage has helped us reduce consumption and made our factory greener.
Since beginning of our Industry 4.0 journey 4 years ago, we have significantly grown our business and expanded our team at Althofen. Advanced technologies have helped us build the factory of the future, which is informed, intelligent and integrated.
It's an honor to be a World Economic Forum Industry 4.0 lighthouse. We are proud and excited to lead in this new era of manufacturing, where we can use this advantage to better serve our customers through a process that's kinder to our environment and more rewarding for our team.
Welcome to the Flex Advanced Manufacturing and Practice webinar series. This 4-part webinar series will include members of the Flex manufacturing team, partners, and industry experts as they discuss how to solve industry-relevant manufacturing challenges, enhance competitiveness, and enable new solutions. The first webinar in the series will focus on how Industry 4.0 is driving advanced manufacturing. We will now turn it over to the host of the webinar, Eduardo Toledo from Flex.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Eduardo Toledo. I'm based in San Jose, California, and I have been with Flex for over 22 years in different roles. Today, I lead all the global quality and operational excellence organization for the company, and working with all of our sites in over 30 countries. Today, we have the honor to have with us Felipe Besamat, who leads the advanced manufacturing at the World Economic Forum. So welcome, Felipe, and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you, Eduardo, for the introduction, and delighted to be connecting with everyone today. As I say, I'm the head of the advanced manufacturing at the World Economic Forum, and pretty much my focus is understanding how the fourth industrial revolution, how pioneer technologies, new business models are changing the world of manufacturing and value chain as an ecosystem. So it has been my passion for the last many years of my career, and particularly for the last 4 years at the forum, pretty much working with many companies across multiple industries on the world of operation and value chain. Over to you, Eduardo.
Thank you. Welcome, Felipe. So with today's webinar, we will address the following points. How at Flex we're increasing standards and meeting our quality requirements. How we are also meeting the demands of increasing supply chain complexity. How we are improving material management via robots. And how we are also reducing the energy consumption using technology like IoT, and also how we are utilizing advanced analytics to optimize our manufacturing performance. So with that, let's hear a little bit more about Felipe and what the forum is been working on these days.
Great, thank you, Eduardo, for that introduction. And before maybe I jump into the presentation itself, let me give you a bit of background on what's the World Economic Forum, and then I dive in on the topic of today's discussion. And the World Economic Forum is an international organization. Our big mission is to improve the state of the world, and at the core of everything that we do is the fourth industrial revolution. So what we divide in the forum is through different teams: the future of agriculture, the future of food, the future of energy. And particularly in my team, we look after understanding, as I said at the beginning, how the fourth industrial revolution, not only like technologies, but also new business models, new partnership, innovation itself are changing business ability to drive impact. When we say impact for growth, impact for society, and impact for the environment. And when we work with different organizations, of course, Flex is a member of our community. We think beyond manufacturing operations. Mega trends are accelerating the transformation of the manufacturing and the value chain sector, from the climate change imperative and the transition towards net zero, towards the change on customer needs that are constantly changing, actually, and the digital transformation and the disruption that are going to further accelerate. And this is creating new dynamics within an organization. On one side, companies and organizations have more pressure to drive efficiency across operations. At the same time, there is a need to build much more capabilities to build resilience. And at the same time, companies are looking to develop much more innovative and sustainable and inclusive approach to value chain. What's interesting of this is that it's not one or the other specific building block. It is the three of them together. Companies are looking for driving efficiency, at the same time, building new capabilities for resiliency, and at the same time, finding ways of much more innovation and sustainability. And that requires new capabilities, new skills within the organization, new changes organizationally, internally, and the ways that they collaborate with the full ecosystem. So that's why in the forum, we have been working with more than 150 organizations across multiple industries, multi-stakeholder, with academia, civil society, and public sector to understand how we can accelerate technology adoption, how we can foster much more innovation, how we can enable business transformation at scale. And together with this community and together with Flex, which is a key contributor of this community, we have identified 6 key priorities, 6 key challenges that we think will require a collaborative approach, that will require multi-stakeholder views in order to accelerate the transformation of industries. And it goes from shared value creation and what are the new business models, towards resilient value chain, how we can mitigate current and future disruption and how we can be better prepared, towards as well workforce engagement, how we can accelerate and make an inclusive work transformation in the manufacturing sector, focus on reskilling and skilling, as well as mental workforce, towards sustainability in production, and define what are the new business models that are not only profitable, but at the same time sustainable, and the power of data, unlocking innovation that's enabled by the data collaboration and data sharing. For today, I would like to focus on the pillar that is under technology adoption, which is accelerating how we can make sure that we can accelerate technology adoption in an inclusive way. And particularly on the Global Lighthouse Network, which is a particular initiative that is connected to today's discussion that Eduardo was introducing a few seconds ago. So if I might, I would like to share with you what's this initiative, what's the Global Lighthouse Network, what is the impact of this initiative, and finally, what are the key themes that we have seen across companies, across organizations that we have been working at the forum. So first, what's the Global Lighthouse Network? And it's a network of factories of the future. And this was triggered a few years ago, actually 3 years ago, with the motivation and like the problem that we saw in many organizations that were stuck in the pilot purgatory. Actually, from a study that we did in collaboration with McKinsey, which is a key partner, strategic knowledge partner for this initiative, 70% of companies are stuck in pilots, which means that 30% of companies have been able to deploy 4th industrial revolution technologies at scale in factories. And that's the opportunity that we saw. Let's identify what are these 30% of companies that are advancing and at the forefront of technologies in manufacturing and in factories, and how we can offer the platform of the World Economic Forum to exchange knowledge and inspire the global community of where the transformation of companies or the transformation of factories in the value chain should be. Today, and actually we have more than 100. Last week, we welcomed 13 new lighthouses to this community. So now it's not 90, as you say in the slide, it's 103 factories of the future, including Flex as hosting as well a factory, a lighthouse factory in our community. And the impact that we have seen in all these factories go beyond just productivity. And for sure, there is impact of technology and productivity, and we see there that it ranges even to 250% in some cases. The impact goes beyond just operation. It goes as well on the sustainability. It goes as well on the agility to react to disruption, in the speed to market, the ability to go to new opportunities, and the customization and the ability to respond to the changes needs of consumer. And across all these 100 factories, we have identified 4 key themes or topics that have emerged across all of them. And let me go one by one, and I want just to highlight a bit like the umbrella of the initiative. The first one is that we see in all these factories an agility, a customer centricity, Basically, at the center of all operations and at the center of the changes that we're seeing in each of the factories is customers and their preference and the need and the ability to adjust at a scale when it's needed. The second element is, of course, resiliency, which is a key topic that is on the top of the agenda currently. And supply chain resiliency is now seen as a competitive advantage for companies across industries. The third element is speed and productivity. And this is a key theme that is only achieved by high level of automation, by high level of applying the pioneer technologies that we're seeing in factories, together with as well with augmentation, how we use technology to augment the capabilities of people, increasing safety, increasing competitiveness in society, focus on reskilling, upskilling, at the same time engaging with new talents. And finally, but not least, a concept that we call it eco-efficiency. Currently, as the sustainability is becoming an imperative, but more and more we're seeing that companies and organizations are able to address a business problem while they drive sustainability and at the same time productivity. It's not an or another. Both are, we see more and more use cases across the lighthouse and factories that are able to achieve sustainability impact without damaging the productivity and the growth element. So this is a quick overview of what we're seeing across the different companies that we have been working together. I would like to hand over back to Eduardo, who will share more in detail what, particularly in the case of Flex, is moving the agenda. Eduardo, over to you.
Right, thank you, Felipe. Yeah, so I wanted to share a few things, right, and especially our case for Flex Althofen in Austria, right, which is our first site that joined the global Lighthouse network. So back in 2017, this particular site, right, we were obviously facing tough competition from low-cost regions. As you know, Austria is a high-cost region. And so in the future, the prospect of the sites actually was at risk, right? So what the team did is they established a goal and to become a factory that digitally transformed itself and transformed the production processes using advanced manufacturing through Industry 4.0 tools. So as we work on that, the site also basically focus on serving a very high complex markets, right? Like the medical market, the automotive market, the industrial market. And we also transform the operation, right? Using intelligent automated processes, develop some smart systems and mechanisms, right? To minimize the errors and increase the quality standards and at the same time improve the sustainability outcomes of the factory, right? So there's 5 use cases that I would like to share with everyone today. The first one is we call Lisa, right, which is the line stop assistant, which is a virtual operator system that supports our line operators by detecting and alerting them of potential quality issues, right, that might occur in the production line. And we're actually very proud of this of Lisa, right, this development, which was actually done internally. Which was recently won an award right from the Manufacturing Leadership Council. So thank you and congratulations to the team that worked on this. The next one is our Flex Pulse system, right, which is a real-time supply chain management system that basically integrates information or real-time data from multiple sources, and I'll tell you a little bit more of that in detail. The next one is an integrated material management and automation system that was developed. And we also work on an IT and IoT integration to basically manage the use of energy. And last but not least, we also, I'll tell you a little bit more about our advanced analytics platform that was developed. Okay, so with this, I'll get a little bit more in detail now, and I'll share what we are working on. Okay, so Lisa, basically, like I said, this is an internally developed system, right? But it's helping our site, right, respond in real time, right? So as our customers are basically in the medical industry or automotive industry, right? So we need to help them with these complex processes and complex areas of their business, right? So in order to support that and to ensure that we have very high quality, the team in Althofen, they developed and implemented Lisa, right? So which is, again, it's a virtual assistant who serves as an automated pokayoke, right? Like error proofing the processes, right? So Lisa basically integrates all the quality tools we have, right? And it will detect real time what's happening on the production line. And then it will actually automatically stop, right? Or inform the operators or the leaders of the line that there's potential issues or there's an issue that is occurring, right? So, and Altofen is a very, like I mentioned, it's a site that serves all these complex businesses, right? And at the same time, it's high mix, low volume. And we deal with about over 900 different changeovers per month, right? Which actually brings a lot of complexity into the operation itself. So with the use of Lisa now, we actually remove the stress from the operator or from the I would say the human dependency, right? By having this automated system in place, right? So since Lisa was installed, right, we have seen nearly 60% reduction in the quality-related downtime at the operation. And at the same time, we've been very successful, right, and expanded this now to support quick changeover, right, and also improve our productivity and the quality on the production floor. So the next one we have is our pulse system, right, which is again, as the supply chain continues to be in the market continue to be very complex, right? We also need to increase our flexibility, right? So what we have done with the team in Altofen by using the pulse system, right? We are now using this cloud-based intelligent and real-time supply chain ecosystem, which actually brings a lot of value, right? Because we are able now to react real time and be alert real time of something that could be potentially or something that is happening somewhere in the globe, right? And that could potentially impact our supply chain, right? So I'll give you some examples. When we had earthquakes in Japan, right? We'll know real time that this is happening, right? And at the same time, we'll alert our people, our managers, right? And we know real time what could potentially be the impact on the supply chain and what could be the impact to our customers to Flex and so on, right? So by integrating these feeds, right, with more than 200 data sources, right, Pulse now provides an end-to-end view of the entire supply chain in real time, right? And it helps us provide a more resilient supply chain base, right? Also identify friction points within seconds, right, of what's happening. Enable also fast and intelligent decisions in real time, and also gives us visibility to share the entire supply chain with our customers, right? Which is actually a value added for them as well. So with the use of Flex Pulse, right, we have helped has helped us produce our highest ever customer satisfaction levels, right? And also help us manage and leverage in real time insights from 88 different processes, right, to solve these complex issues that we're seeing. The next one I wanted to also share, right? It's basically our integration of robotics, which is a key component of Altofen Industry 4.0 operations. Right? So as we have a Kanban-based material management system, which utilizes smart robotics shelves and autonomous vehicles, the AMRs, this will basically, all of these were enhanced in-house, right? So we have this in-house software solution that basically analyzes real-time the material consumption on the production floor and also the production sequence or the schedule. So using this information now, basically, it will alert, it will know, it creates this intelligence in the system, right? Where it will know what is required on the production floor. So as I mentioned, this basically supports now all of our 900 plus changeovers that we have per month, right? And we now keep minimal inventory on the production floor, which is also a value added, right? So as a result of all of this, now we're seeing 74% of weight reduction, right, or work in progress material, and also a faster replenishment cycle on the production floor, which also help us with our overall OE performance, right? So as we operate in Altofen today, we have this end-to-end material flow, right, which can actually assure the material provision to the line and to the point of use is real time or just in time. Okay, so the next use case we have is basically how we're driving sustainability, right? And which sustainability in Flex is part of our DNA. And with this now we enable all the responsible manufacturing processes, right? So Altoften is using IoT sensors and also analyzing this massive amount of data to reduce the energy consumption in the building, right? So our site in Altoften in Austria is actually 50 years plus old. It's one of our first sites in the company. So the building is quite old, right? So now, as you can imagine, right, we have no visibility on how the energy flows and the energy is consumed throughout the building, right? So now the team, by constructing this highly flexible IoT support energy monitoring system, now we can see real time what is happening on the floor, right? And the system at the same time automatically triggers alerts or predefined events, right? Such as leakage or peak loads that we can see in different areas in the business, in the building. So all of these efforts have actually helped us and has resulted on a 23% energy consumption decrease, right, per capita. And this savings actually takes place, and it's already, well, the site is already a carbon emission-free site, right? So this is a plus on top of all of that. We're utilizing now, Industry 4.0, and also one of our hallmarks in Industry 4.0 is integrating smart technologies, right, to enhance manufacturing performance. So one example from this side is how we use advanced analytics and simulation tests to optimize our manufacturing processes. So pushing this past traditional performance, right now we can improve the overall performance of the overall OEE of the site, the overall equipment efficiency effectiveness. So using these advanced analytics and simulation tests, we identify intermediate performance imbalance. So if there's anything that it's not really balanced on the production floor, on the line, we can see this. We can now collaborate with our vendors now to improve the code, or to improve those particular processes, reduce the cycle time, and increase also the capacity, and then install a monitoring system to ensure that we have an optimal performance and predictive maintenance, right, which will help us keep the line running at an optimal pace. So, so basically, like I mentioned, these are the 5 use cases that we can share from our first site that joined the Global Lighthouse Network. We have, again, Lisa, which will help us basically reduce the quality-related downtimes, right, and by nearly 60%, and also minimize all the errors and defect errors or issues on the line immediately, right, and actually stop it automatically. At the same time, it supports quick changeovers, right? And as I mentioned, we have over 900 changeovers per month, and also help us with online qualification checks and help us remove the stress from the people, right, from the operator, by automating the process. So the next one I've also mentioned, right, was the Flex Pulse, right, which which basically help us be better and faster decision maker, and also help our managers leveraging the real-time insights from these 88 different processes to solve these complex supply chains that we are all living in today. So the autonomous mobile robots also will help us support these 900 plus changeovers that we're seeing per month, and making also ensure that we have minimum material on the production floor, and also improve our WIP, our working process, by 72%. So the IoT also help us with the energy monitoring the energy consumption. Again, just by having these fact-based decisions, right, to ensure that we're monitoring where the energy is being used, avoid any peaks, and also help us reduce the energy consumption at the site by 23%. So, and last but not least, right, the advanced analytics, right, which basically, again, help us take this advanced analytics and simulation tests and take this information now and ensure that we have balanced production lines, right, collaborate with our vendors internally and externally, and also improve our cycle times and improve our OE, right? So with all of that, we had some outstanding results, right? And then again, Altoften was our first site to join the network, and we're very proud of what they accomplished. And we have many more sites also coming now into the applying for to join the network as well, right? So hopefully we'll have more sites also in the network. So that's basically what I have to share today. And let's go into some Q&A. Felipe, so I wanted to ask you, What are some of the new trends that you're seeing today in advanced manufacturing?
Sure, thank you, Eduardo, and I really enjoy listening to you and your presentation, and seeing so many of the common topics as well that we see right now, like on the trends that are happening in the manufacturing sector. What we see right now is that all the Lighthouse and the companies that are engaged in the Lighthouse initiative are like pushing the bar to the next level of digital transformation, how advanced manufacturing is enabling more and more impact on topics such as productivity and others, as you mentioned as well, like goes from safety, stress level, sustainability, energy efficiency, among others. And we see that companies are trying to go in that direction and go even further. And to go even further in the digital transformation, there is a need as well to engage much more with the suppliers and the ecosystem of the suppliers. So a key trends that we're seeing and something that we need to work all together is to continuously evolving in this digital transformation and be at the forefront, how we can also work together and support our ecosystem of suppliers and the supplier ecosystem in a way that the digital transformation also that happen in factories goes in that direction, and through their digital transformation as well support our continuous transformation within organization. So expanding this impact that we have been discussing so much to beyond the four walls of the factory is going to be a key issue for the coming years.
Very interesting. Yeah, thank you. So let me ask you, how can Flex also help the forum, right, to drive some of this advanced manufacturing in the industry?
Yeah, I think. I mean,
what do you think?
I will go for on two ways. On the first line, as you were saying at the beginning, like expanding the Lighthouse network is a key. We want to continue going in that direction. You joined recently with One Lighthouse, and it has been fantastic to hear and to share like the use cases and the learning from this Lighthouse factory to the rest of the community. Continue expanding that within Flex and within other organizations in a really way that we can develop like a learning journey of cross-industry best practices. I always say that disruption does not come from your industry. Usually like the person who is in his or her industry doesn't want to disrupt his industry, but someone else from another industry will come with a disruption and it will change what's the status quo. The only way to anticipate and to accelerate that is to really encouraging what you're doing and what others in this community of more than 100 factories are doing, like sharing knowledge and making it open and available in order to, as a whole ecosystem, move to a better stage. And we look forward to see more factories from Flex and from other organizations joining to this community. I wonder what, and if I can revert that question to you as well, like how do you see as well Flex joining this journey and contributing and in this Lighthouse community and also your own transformation in the coming years?
No, I think for us it's been great, right? It's bring a lot of value. It for sure has opened a lot of doors for us to see and to collaborate with other companies in the industry, and in some cases with some customers too, right? That are already part of the network. So I would say the sharing and the learning has been like I think the most valuable part of being in the network, and at the same time is how also kind of planted the seeds, right, on all of different factories, different sites, right, where they also now are interested. They want to know, okay, what is Althofen doing, right? What are other companies doing? What else can we do to improve, right? So has set this mindsets of a continuous improvement, and at the same time open the doors, right, for us to see what's available, right? What's possible. So I think again, joining the network has been great, and I really look forward to also have sites in different parts of the world, right, in different regions, to also be able to join and open the doors and kind of light the path, right, for other companies and other sites internally or externally to also learn from us, right? So I would say it's been great. So yeah, I think it's been an amazing transformation and experience for everyone at Flex.
Yeah, and on that point, currently, if we think about the topics that we are seeing in the agenda right now in the world, sustainability is on the top all the CEOs and senior executive and as well as a country level discussion where big commitments are happening in order to address and to commit to get to a better stage of sustainability. And the nice connection that I see in here is like when we go more beyond the commitment, we go to the action and the operation in factories. We're seeing in more and more in the Lighthouse community, more and more factories that are sharing use cases that sustainability is at the center of the discussion. In the past, it was very common to see sustainability as a secondary output of a specific use case. Now use cases are within the use case that the business problem that is addressed is energy efficiency, waste reduction, water consumption, among others. And through there, companies are driving productivity growth. Through there, they're driving sustainability. So it has been quite interesting to see in this and this learning that you're seeing, Eduardo, the connection from C-level discussion to the actions, how commitment can get action in the operation in the factories, and how the contribution from everyone that's working in a factory that's engaging with a new technology is impacting a big commitment at the country level, a big commitment at the company level, and for most at the planet and the world that is so much needed right now on terms of emission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. All right. Well, thank you, Felipe. I really want to thank you for your time, for being with us today, and for all the support and the partnership. Right. So, really enjoy the time and all the learnings, and we look forward to continue working together.
Thank you, Eduardo, for this. I really enjoy as well this presentation, and I'm looking forward to continue strengthening our collaboration with you, with Flex, and with your whole ecosystem as well.
Thank you for joining us today. Please join us for our next webinar, How Can Advanced Manufacturing Improve Quality, on May 25th. In that webinar, Flex manufacturing experts will discuss how automation, high-speed cameras, and artificial intelligence can help drive higher quality.